Hello my friends and welcome to Cruise 118. Today we're taking you to one of the most beautiful parts of the world. We're taking you to one of the most popular cruise destinations in the world, the Western Caribbean. Now our destination expert Karen Worrall is back with us and she knows a lot about this lovely part of the world, don't you, Karen?
Yep, thanks John. I've been lucky enough to spend 2 seasons in the Western Caribbean while I worked on cruise ships from 2005 to 2020. So let's take a look.
And we've also got some fantastic cruise deals as well for you with some of the best cruise lines that do the Western Caribbean. We're going with like Norwegian Cruise Lines, Celebrity Cruises and Princess Cruises as well.
Yep, and I'm going to give you some of the highlights of what to do and see in the gorgeous Caribbean ports of Ocho Rios in Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel and Costa Maya in Mexico, Roatan Island off Honduras, Belize City in Belize, Nassau in the Bahamas, and fun Fort Lauderdale in Florida in the US, where many Western Caribbean cruises start from. So let's start taking a look at what this area is like to cruise in. The Western Caribbean is one of those dream cruise itineraries that many people want to go on, and those that do want to go back again. It is a fantastic cruise itinerary for getting out and about and enjoying the area, from aqua sports to horse riding, jet skiing, wave runners, toboggans, meeting sea life, snorkeling, dune buggying, swimming, going in underwater caves, taking a romantic horse and carriage ride, walking through the rainforest to relaxing and being pampered. There are fun activities for all tastes and abilities. Enjoy the sunny weather and get in the gorgeous turquoise water in the Caribbean Sea. Whether you're playing in the water, you're swimming, or even on horseback, try your hand at snorkeling to meet the local fish up close in their natural habitat as well. Is a fantastic way to get to know that island and see some of the wildlife. Adventure off-road in a fun dune buggy. Enjoy the rivers and rapids via rubber ring or kayak. However you choose to explore, leave your cares at home and get out there and have an adventure in the beautiful islands of the Western Caribbean.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. Now, that gives you a little flavour of what cruising the Western Caribbean is like. So we're going to take a look at some of the destinations that you'll go to. And most of the Western Caribbean cruises start from Fort Lauderdale in Florida in the United States. And when you join a ship in the US or other cruise ports in other continents, you usually stay overnight before joining your ship. Now, this means that you have time to rest and relax and get more acclimated to the new time zone. Make sure you have plenty of time to join your new ship. Plus, it means you can spend a bit of time exploring that port before you join the ship, before you even get on it. So if you arrive a day earlier or you've got a bit earlier in the day, then you have time to explore the port before you join the ship. Now, many flights leave the US to the UK leave from 5 p.m. onwards when you're on your way home. So if you didn't get to explore on the way out, you can explore on the way back. So you can see Fort Lauderdale or Miami before you fly. And there are tours on disembarkation day, which is a really fun thing to do in port. And it's a great way to spend that last day rather than spending the whole day in the airport as well. So let's take a look at Fort Lauderdale. So in Fort Lauderdale, you can get a taste of the city with a tour that takes you on. You can go by boat, you can go by bus. You see Las Olas Boulevard from the water, and it's a great place to go. You can sample the local food as well, and you can get out on the water and enjoy everything here. There's food, there's sights, and if shopping is your thing, head out to Sawgrass Mills. Fort Lauderdale has you covered for shopping. There is full of green spaces, there are great eateries as well, and my favourite thing to do here is to head on out on one of the airboat rides, get out into the Everglades, and this is a great way to see some real alligators, some real Florida residents. They are lots of fun. Don't go that close though. You can see them from the safety of the boat. And also there's animal sanctuaries that have wild animals, which you can check them out as well before you get on your plane to head home. So it's a good way to spend your last day. Now, my tip for you is, as well as this being a great way to spend your last day with a fun way exploring Fort Lauderdale and seeing something different, price-wise, disembarkation tours, actually, they take your luggage on the coach with you and they drop you off at the airport. So you don't need to spend time or money on a transfer too. So it's doubly good. I've done all 3 of these tours here and they're all lots of good fun. I've been shopping, I've been around Fort Lauderdale, and I've also been out on the water as well. My personal favourite is the Everglades Airboat Ride Tour. It's so much fun being out in the Everglades in alligator territory. I'm a big fan of gators and crocodiles and love seeing them out in their natural habitats from a safe distance, of course. And there are also lots of fascinating birds to see in the area. And the tour takes you to a sanctuary where you can see wild animals that are being rehabilitated before they go back into the wild. And if you're lucky, there may even be a baby gator there that you can hold.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and to find out all about that as well. Do you know what? I think it's time for a deal.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Now, our first deal this time round is with Norwegian Cruise Lines on the Norwegian Prima, sailing on the 28th of January 2023 for 9 nights to the Western Caribbean. Let's have a look at the ship.
So if you'd like to treat yourself to some luxury, book a Haven suite and have exclusive access to the Haven Lounge, the Haven Bar, and the Haven outdoor and indoor restaurants, 2 bars and restaurants. Now, if you're a solo traveller, you're well catered for too. There's a substantial 73 studios designed and priced for solo travellers, plus exclusive access to the studio complex and lounge. NCL is known for its wonderful entertainment, and so one of the highlights is one of the main theatre shows where you can experience the transformation from Broadway lights with Summer, the Donna Summer musical. Prima has wonderful dining, including Onda by Scarpetta with the exclusive atmosphere at the Haven restaurant as well. If you want quick bites, then the Surfside Cafe is the place to go as well. So there's lots of choices to choose from, and you can sit outside and dine al fresco here as well. The Commodore room is classic pub food, and it's very elegant as well. And the local bar and grill has got live music and a great atmosphere. Los Lobos has got Mexican dishes, and if you want some romance and Parisian menu, head to Le Bistro. Now, Cagney Steakhouse is the best place to go for a very tasty steak, and Nama is the great place to go for sushi and sashimi if you like some Japanese food as well. Now, if you go to the Indulge Food Hall, then you can have global dining, all sorts of things as well. And Palomar is a very elegant place to go for dinner as well. So if you're having a special time on your trip, if it's your birthday or anniversary, there are lots of great things to choose from.
So, shall we see where we're going to be going on this one?
Yes.
Well, we're going to fly you out from the UK and you're going out to Orlando for Port Canaveral. Now, that's a great place to go as well. So, you're getting overnight in Orlando as well. So, plenty of time to have a look around. From there, we're off to Grand Syrup Cay. Now, this is Norwegian Cruise Line's own private island. So, it's a bit exclusive and very lovely. Then we're off to Ocho Rios. 8 rivers, that means, and you know what? It's so blue and gorgeous, and the beaches are fabulous. You're going to really love it. Then we're off to Grand Cayman. Once again, you're thinking about all the wonderful places you can go to here. The beaches are absolutely amazing. And then finally, we're into Cozumel in Mexico. Mexico, you've got everything there, haven't you? And the shopping there is absolutely wonderful before we cruise you back into Port Canaveral, and then you fly back to the UK from Orlando. It couldn't be better. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the details on screen so we can get you involved. With Norwegian Cruise Line, it's freestyle dining as well. That means you eat anytime you want, where you want, when you want. There's no set dining times. Now, you can pre-book your restaurants if you want, just to make sure you're going to be there, where there's going to be a table when you get there. But if you just want to turn up, you can just turn up. That's what's so good about it. And the entertainment is superb. Do you know what? I've been on loads of Norwegian Cruise Line cruises, and the more you go, the more you want to go. Now, if you want more information on this, go to cruise118.com/TV and all the details are there. If you've got any questions, or maybe you want to add a few days before or after in Orlando, and who wouldn't want to do that? Give our team a call right now, 0808 2585 118, and get all the details there. It's a fabulous holiday, and it's a fabulous cruise, and it's got your name written all over it. So, where are we off to next?
Well, let's take a look. On your Western Caribbean cruise, you can visit some of East Mexico's fantastic ports, which offer idyllic sandy beaches as well as ancient history. And you can learn about the rich culture of Mexico. Cozumel has great snorkeling, the ancient Mayan kingdom of Tulum, authentic Mexican cooking classes, and snorkeling and diving from El Cielo, which means heaven, and Playa Palancar, and there are beautiful local beaches as well. It's a great place to snorkel, get out in the water, get out in the sand, and just enjoy it. Now, the downtown area of Cozumel has lots of restaurants, shops, and bars to keep you entertained as well. And Arrecifes de Cozumel National Park is perfect for nature lovers to see protected wildlife and vibrant coral reefs. Now, another thing to do here is the Secret River Tour. This is where you can take in Cozumel by going into the amazing underground cave systems through various routes along the river, gazing awe at the centuries-old stalactites and stalagmites while walking and then swimming through this tranquil and beautiful underground paradise as your guide tells you all about its story. It's fascinating for all the family. Now, my tip for you is if you're a fan of snorkeling or diving, get in the water in Cozumel. It has healthy coral reefs, lots of fish species to see, and great prices for diving as well. So next we're going to head off to another fantastic Mexican port, Costa Maya. Let's take a look. Costa Maya is another wonderful place to snorkel and scuba dive. It's home to the Great Maya Reef, which is the second largest coral reef structure in the entire world. The whole area is ideal for outdoor enthusiasts because, as well as aqua adventures, you can also tour ancient Mayan ruins or hike through lush jungle. Now, history fans will enjoy experiencing live history at the ruins of Cojonlich and Chacchoban, where you can see what life was like here more than a millennia ago. And Chacchoban is the most visited ruin site in Costa Maya in the Quintana Roo region of Mexico. Its name actually means the place of colored corns. And human settlements have been noted there that reach back for 3 millennia. Now, the largest pyramid has a large stone slab called a stela at the base with hieroglyphic descriptions on it. I've been here and it is absolutely fantastic place to visit. My tip is when you get on the ship in Costa Maya, there's a man-made sort of touristy town area right there which has tourist restaurants, bars and little stalls of souvenirs, a mini water park and activities, which is nice for families or if you want to relax. But I'd say if you've gone all the way to Mexico, go see Mexico. So my top tip is to take a tour out to Chacchoban Maya ruins. They are amazing. I really love going to ancient historical sites and learning how people lived back then. And the tour guides are excellent. This is a brilliant way to learn about ancient Mayan culture, which is very ahead of its time. So that's a wonderful place to see too. All right, so we're going to have another port now. And this time, I think we'll go to Grand Cayman. What do you think, John?
Oh, it sounds like a good idea to me. I'm all for these Caribbean islands.
Fantastic. All right, let's take a look at Grand Cayman. Grand Cayman is the largest of the Cayman Islands and is known for its many stunning beaches. 7 Mile Beach is the most famous one, and its long sandy beaches and turquoise water invite visitors in, but it's actually only 6.3 miles long. This and many of the beaches of the island are the perfect place to sit back, relax, and enjoy the sunshine, reading a book or having a swim. Georgetown is the capital of Grand Cayman and the Cayman Islands, and it bustles with energy. Along the water nearby at 7 Mile Beach, as well as the soft sand beaches and clear waters, there are many beautiful homes and hotels that dot the waterfront, so it's a very pretty area. Now, the must-try experience when you're in Grand Cayman is to head out to Stingray City to swim with the friendly stingrays. Stingray City is a natural sandbar in the sea off the coast of Grand Cayman where the stingrays gather. Tour guides will show you how to interact with the rays in a way that's safe for both yourself and them. And there are tours that take you out there as well as to nearby coral reefs, which are perfect for snorkeling. And heading out on a local sailboat or catamaran to the best snorkel spots and Stingray City is the best way to meet the many types of local reef fish and see the varied types of corals, and best of all, get up close to the stingrays and even pet them. Now, my tips for you. Now, the town of Georgetown is fun and there's lots of links to pirate history on the island, including Rackham's Restaurant, which is named after Captain Jack Rackham, who, along with probably the most famous female pirate in history, Anne Bonny, did very well plundering the Caribbean in the golden age of piracy in the 1700s. So if you're into pirate history, which I am, a good book to read on it before you go to the Caribbean is called Pirates, Truth and Tales by Helen Hollick. And a good TV show to watch, which is mostly historically accurate, apart from adding in Long John Silver, who was a fictional character. The rest is true, but he's just in there for fun, is Black Sails. And another one, not for historical accuracy, but for a lot of fun, you've always got the Pirates of the Caribbean series. But my very favourite thing to do in Grand Cayman is head out to Stingray City, because I absolutely love stingrays. They are gentle and sweet and a delight to be around. I take a tour out there and spend some time with them. The tour guides will have some food for them too to entice them over, usually little small pieces of squid. So if you're up for it, you can actually feed the stingrays. The guide shows you how to do it. All you do is you pop the squid between your thumb and your forefinger like this. You keep your palm closed and you hold it underneath the stingray because their mouths are underneath, and then they'll swim past and go and kind of suck it up like it's a piece of spaghetti. So if you want to do that, then you can. It's lots of fun.
Well, that sounds absolutely wonderful, doesn't it, Karen? They're so cute as well, don't you think so?
They are, I love them.
They really are. Well, OK, I think it's time for our next great deal. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Right, well, this time we're going with Celebrity Cruises on the Celebrity Reflection on the 19th of November this year for 9 nights. Let's take a look at the ship, shall we?
So Celebrity Cruises are known for fantastic drinks, so let's take a closer look at all the fun lounges on board the Reflection. There are many bars and lounges to choose from, so sample as many as you like and find your new favourite cocktail, wine, or just enjoy the flair bartenders putting on a show. If you love wine, head to Cellar Masters, where you can enjoy different samplings of different wines from around the world, and there are more than 400 curated varieties to choose from, and the expert sommeliers can help you find your new favourite. The Ensemble Lounge is a place to go to enjoy great music, a tipple and the wonderful ambience. It's popular for a pre-dinner drink or after dinner one as well to keep the party going. Now, the Passport Bar is a stylish bar designed to look like a spacious yacht and is the perfect place to make new friends and share stories about your travels and adventures over a craft beer or a wine. The Sky Observation Lounge has 12 cocktails named after the 12 zodiac signs in it, so you can enjoy your personal cocktail while also enjoying the live music and having a bit of a dance if you like. Now, the next one to try is the Sunset Bar. It is the place to be at sunset. Sunsets at sea are always the best, with no buildings or cities in the way to spoil your view, so grab a cocktail and enjoy the view while listening to the resident guitarist. Now, the Martini Bar in Crush is the place for a martini, however you like it, dirty, dry, stirred or shaken, and the mixologists put on a nightly flair show to show off their skills. Now, within the Martini Bar is Crush, an intimate section of the bar with an iced topped bar top and rare vodkas which you can choose from as well. So it's a very exclusive, lovely little spot to be in. And the Pool Bar and Mast on the pool deck is a casual place to hang out during the day, and this becomes a hopping party place by night. And there's live music in the evening and DJs as well. So this is a great place to just let loose and dance. The World Class Bar celebrates the art of the cocktail. Try your old favourite or sample something new. My old favourite is a French martini with vodka Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur, raspberry and pineapple juice. And I usually start a cruise with one of these. And then I'll try one of the ship's specialities later. So that's a way you can do it if you want.
That sounds absolutely brilliant. I'm all for cocktails. Should we have a look where we're going to be going? We're going to fly you out from the UK, and we're going to go out to Fort Lauderdale, and that's we're going to overnight you before you join the ship, and then so you've got time to have a look around. We're going to cruise out, and our first port of call is going to be absolutely wonderful. We're going to Nassau, and the beaches here are great. The Bahamas are absolutely incredible. Then we're off to Ocho Rios. Once again, it's the beaches, it's the just chance to have a look around. It's brilliant. From Ocho Rios, it's off to Grand Cayman. And once again, when you get off the ship, you know, there's taxis willing to take you to all the different beaches and what have you. Just negotiate your price before you go. And then we're into Cozumel in Mexico, which I'm thinking of the fajitas and all that sort of stuff before you go. And then we're back into Fort Lauderdale, where, as Karen said before, why not take a ship's tour when you get there, which drops you back off at the airport? It'll save you, you know. You're just wandering around otherwise aimlessly, aren't you, with your luggage, you know. You don't want to be doing that. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the details so we can get you involved in this. It's an absolutely incredible cruise. And, you know, with Celebrity, we're talking here 5-star modern luxury. That's what you're getting, modern luxury. And we've got so much to offer you on this one. If you want to have a look at the details, go to cruise118.com/TV and you get all the details there. Or if you want to chat to one of our experts, 0808 2585 118. You might want a few nights there before the end of your holiday, because at the moment it's a 9-night holiday, which is like an odd number, isn't it? So why not add 3 nights at the beginning or the end, just to round it up to a 14-night holiday? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So if you want it, call the number right now.
Well, that was another great deal, John.
It was, wasn't it? Where are we off to next?
Okay, well, next we are going to look at Belize City in Belize and Roatan Island off the coast of Honduras. So let's take a look. Belize City is the capital of Belize, and if you'd like a relaxed way to explore, the Calypso train tour is the great way to do it. Hop on the fun train and you're taken all around the main sites of the city in comfort. Now, the Xuantunich is an ancient Mayan archaeological site in Belize, which is about 80 miles west of the, Belize City. And Xuantunich means stone woman, and it was actually abandoned by the Maya more than a millennia ago, and nobody knows why. It's most famous for its large temple, which is called El Castillo, which means the castle, which is 130 feet tall, making it the second largest building in the country. You can enjoy some local food and some marimba music as well. Now, another great thing to do there is to get into the water, get out snorkeling. There's wonderful fish to see here as well, great sea life, the coral reefs are fantastic. It's a great way to see some of the natural beauty of the country. Now we've got Roatan in Honduras, and Tibiana is one of the best beaches to visit to sit back and relax. Enjoy water activities with the family, have a relaxing massage, or go snorkeling to meet the fish. And the Best of Roatan Island tour takes you to see the best of the island with a riverboat tour where you sail through the jungle while your guide points out wildlife in the trees, and then you enjoy local culture as well in the Yubu Garifuna experience. Now, this is a great thing to go to. This gives you historical talk on the language and the ancestral traditions of the Garifuna people, and they perform traditional dances and they give you a very warm welcome. So that's a really, really good thing to go and visit. So I have some tips for you. In Belize City, if you like adventuring and ancient history, I would take a tour to Xuantunich. They have an on-site museum there, which has an interactive displays and exhibits, and I'd recommend seeing the museum first before you go into the site, because then you actually understand a bit more about it and it means more to you. And then after that, I would head into the city to wander through history in more than 20 temples, 6 squares, and admire the stucco friezes with stories from Maya mythology to the site of El Castillo. And I love learning about local cultures, especially in places where the culture is very different from the UK. So my top tip for Roatan in Honduras is to go to the Yubu, which means ancestral, Garifuna experience and learn about the history of the Garifuna people who were taken out of Africa as slaves and are part of the African diaspora that now live in Honduras. And they're keeping their heritage alive and educating visitors about it in the small village of Politili near Punta Gorda.
Well, that sounds great. I think it makes for a perfect time for our final deal. What do you think?
Sounds good.
This time, we're going with the Sky Princess. It's going to be going on the 13th of January next year for 9 nights. So let's have a look at the ship, shall we?
The Sky Princess is one of Princess Cruises' newest ships. It was launched in 2019 and it is a place to help you come back new, as Princess Cruises' motto says. You can relax and rejuvenate in the spa, the new contemporary designed sanctuary, as well is great. It has more private cabanas than ever before. And the Enclave, that's one of my favourite spots. It's wonderful. They have the top deck pools, the retreat pool and the Wakeview pool. These are great for all the family, lots of fun. Just go out, sit back, soak away all your worries in a hot tub, which is one of my favourite things to do. And you walk along the sidewalk as well. Now, we've got fantastic staterooms and suites. We have connecting rooms for families, and the Princess Luxury Bed is available in all staterooms as well. It's very comfortable, and more than 80% of the rooms have private balconies, so a great way to see the sea from your bed. And the Sky Suite is incredible if you want to treat yourself to real luxury. It has the largest balcony at sea for unparalleled views. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a 270-degree view, and even private viewing for movies under the stars. And the entertainment is always dazzling on Princess Cruises as well. So you can watch your movies, then head to the theatre. And in the lounge, we've got the piazza, where lots of things are happening. We have music under the stars. Movies under the stars, sorry. And we've also got live jazz as well on board. And the Princess Theatre is where you can go for West End or Broadway style shows. Very high caliber and very wonderful things to see. And as well, we've got Princess Live and Chat and the Vista Lounge, where there are different events and activities as well as the live music all around the ship. So you will always be entertained.
Do you know what? That sounds like a beautiful ship. So shall we see where we're going to be going? So we're going to start off by flying you from the UK out to Fort Lauderdale. Now that's where, you get there the day before, you've got time to relax, enjoy it, and then you board the ship. And then we cruise out. And our first port of call is going to be a lovely Cozumel in Mexico. Once again, the beaches here are terrific, and also so is the culture. Then we're off to Roatan Island. We've just been hearing about that and all the lovely things there are to do there. So relax, enjoy, and take it all in. Then we're off to Belize City, an incredible place. And the atmosphere there is amazing, and also the architecture as well as you go around. Then we're off to Costa Maya. Once again, we heard about that before. Absolutely incredible to have a look around and enjoy and soak it all in before we get you back to Fort Lauderdale, where unfortunately it's time for tissue time to the airport, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're going home. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the details so we can get you involved in this one. Princess Cruises are brilliant. Everyone who goes on them wants to go on them more. So what I'd say is have a look at the deal. It's on cruise118.com/TV. If you've got any questions, 0808 2585 118. No such thing as a silly question.
So for our last port video, we're going to take you to Nassau in the Bahamas and Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Let's take a look. Nassau is a great city, and one of the best ways to see it is out on the water. Head out on a yacht to see a tour of some of the houses of the rich and famous around there. You can go snorkeling in those beautiful clear turquoise waters to swim with the many types of reef fish and turtles that live here. It's a fantastic way to experience the Bahamas. And if you like aqua adventures in water parks, head to the Atlantis Hotel for their aqua adventure. This is a fantastic water park with fast slides, almost vertical ones. There are rapids, a lazy river, waterfalls, thrills and spills for all the family. And Atlantis also has a world-renowned aquarium where you can see many tropical fish that you would find in the Caribbean Sea, plus large marine life as well, which include manta rays and zebra sharks, reef sharks and saw sharks. So it's a great place if you do like to see some fish as well. Now, we've also got Ocho Rios in Jamaica is a great place to visit too. So heading out there, it's nature lover's paradise. Head out to Dunn's River Falls, where you can climb up the famous falls in a chain formation and enjoy the jungle area and stunning beach out at the bottom. And so look out for wildlife such as scarlet macaws, and we've got iguanas, flamingos, and also you should sample some jerk chicken as well. So that's the ports, but why should we book with us?
Why should you book with us? Well, first of all, we've got our best price guarantee. Just look that up on our website. It's incredible. You're going to be talking to cruise experts. It's all we do. You're protected because we're atoll and ABTA bonded. Look at our reviews. These are independent reviews. And then, of course, when you book with us, you're booking with the world's largest cruise retailer. It couldn't be simpler, really. It couldn't be simpler.
Yep, so we had a wonderful trip around the Western Caribbean here. We've seen some of the best ports, some of the wonderful things to do. Get out in the water, get out to the ancient sites, have some local food and enjoy it all. And that's all we got time for, so we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed for watching. And from me, John Cooper, carry on cruising.
Bye.